Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV 1. Today we're taking you on a tour of Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. We hope you enjoyed the video. I love the way this resort appears through the dense foliage as you walk out of the parking lot. It's really cool. And even the car unloading area is themed really well with the thatched roof. And you can see the two wings of the resort heading off to the left and right from the car unloading area and the main entrance. And even the underside of the roof here is themed very well with the thatch and the lights hanging down. And here's a better look at the outside of the buildings. I love the African theming with the wood timbers as well as the vibrant colors. Here's a little overhang lattice work with foliage running through it. And finally, as we walk into the resort, it says Welcome Home. Of course, this is a vacation club resort as well, but this is the Jumbo House, which is the main building in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Unfortunately, in this tour, we didn't have time to do Kidani Village, which is the vacation club part of the resort. We'll do that in a future video. But for now, let's walk inside this amazing lobby and enjoy the amazing architecture Disney's created for us. You can already tell that the theming in this resort is very dark woods and mahoganies and things like that. And there you can see the Sawadee General Store, that's the main shop in the resort. And you can see the main lobby. And you can already get a glimpse of the amazing view that's to come. There's the check-in area. And now we're inside the main lobby area with the amazing thatched roof and the lights hanging down. And it's very similar to the Wilderness Lodge. It's a very expansive and impressive space. And I love the bridge in the background going from one side of the resort to the other, almost like a suspension bridge. And the detail in this main lobby area is exquisite. I love the way that the wooden supports appear to be tied together by ropes. That's a great effect. As well as just the rest of the small details. You can see what appears to be birds, I believe, on the railing on the second floor there. As well as just several other touches throughout this room, just to make it have that African feel to it. Interestingly enough, the same designer that designed the Wilderness Lodge and the Grand Californian Resort at Disneyland also designed this resort, and you can tell some similarities between the style that he used when he designed this building. There's a lot of natural light in this particular lobby, even though the theming is a little bit dark. It's still really brightened up by the natural light coming in by the gigantic window in the back, as well as the smaller windows on the top of the resort that we just saw. And here's the check-in desk, and you can see quilts or paintings of various animals lining the wall there. I don't know if they're quilts, but they kind of look like quilts. And now we'll take a look at the Sawadee Marketplace, which is open from 7:30 to 11. The theming and merchandise in this shop is among the best at Walt Disney World in any resort. I love the hand-carved wooden animals here, as well as just the ambiance created by the tribal-style African decorations and all the different shapes and just various colors. It makes it look so warm and inviting to walk into. And there's even these staircases with kind of the curly-Q railings that add to the ambiance of the shop here. So let's take a look at some of the merchandise. First, here are some shirts that show Kilimanjaro safaris, which fits in really well with, of course, the Animal Kingdom theme. And here's some Animal Kingdom specific merchandise. I actually really like this Animal Kingdom Lodge pillow. And here's some amazing artwork behind the checkout counter that looks like a lion. And to me it looks like Mufasa from The Lion King. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they were going for, but it's pretty amazing. And they've got a great assortment of stuffed animals, some safari Mickeys, tigers, all kinds of things. They've also got some safari hats and more Animal Kingdom shirts. I love all the artwork in here. It's just so eclectic but also beautiful. And these shapes cut out of the woodwork almost look like letters in some ways. And they've even got some animal or leopard themed mini ears, which is cool. And here you can see some more wood carvings. Love the giraffe there, that's great. Just such a wide variety of merchandise here. That's why I think, again, like I said before, it's one of the best shops at any resort at Walt Disney World. And they've even got some food and beverages. You can see the wine in the back, as well as some snack food items and things like that that they have pretty much at every resort. They even have frozen pizzas in the cooler and some ice cream and all kinds of great stuff that you can take back to your room. And of course, if you're staying at the vacation club part of the resort, you'll have a lot more room in your fridge for that kind of stuff. I love these shirts. Giraffic Jam, and this is my favorite one. Rhinos are just chubby unicorns. That's amazing. And here's some great artwork that shows the Savannah outside the resort, as well as some more great wood carvings. And again, I love these stairways with the spiral handrails there. And here's a map of the resort. You can see Kidani Village, which is the vacation club part, as well as Jumbo House, which is the main part of the resort. And now we're back in the lobby. The decor in this resort is just absolutely immersive. It really makes you feel like you're having an African cultural experience, and Disney did a great job with that. And they've even got some artifacts in glass cases that you can look at, as well as some seating areas with TVs for the kids to watch cartoons, keep them entertained. And here's some great African tribal artwork, so colorful and vibrant. And here it explains it just a little bit about how this particular artwork was used and the dancers that would accompany this particular celebration. Here's another look at the lobby from the back side, looking towards the front of the resort. There you can see a cast member is giving kids a lesson about Africa. You can see the map of Africa. There's a great fire pit here, right underneath of the suspension bridge. Here's what it looks like a little closer up. So you can warm up by the fire, even though that's not usually necessary in Florida. It's a very cozy environment. A nice place to sit. This part of the resort's really dark, but this leads down to Bowman and Chico, the two main restaurants here in the Jumbo House. There's also a lounge down below that we'll look at here in just a minute. But I love all the bridges and stairways and things here. Just makes it look even more amazing and just such an imaginative place to visit. And this is actually a bridge, and here's a little stream that runs underneath the bridge down to the next level. As a kid, when I came in here, I always thought it would be really cool to have a house that was designed like this, with stairways running all over the place and bridges. Just really makes your imagination run wild. Disney's so good at doing that. And again, the wood colors are dark here, and the lighting is mostly natural, but to me it gives you a warm and inviting feeling. And there you can see the lounge area with the bar. It's not open right now, but it's kind of on its own level. It's almost like an island there in the middle of the room, which is great. At the top of the stairs, there are windows looking outside. And here's an overview of the Bowman Restaurant, which is very large and has a lot of tables. And they've got a great buffet. Now, I've not actually eaten there for lunch or dinner, but I know they have an amazing breakfast buffet. And here's Victoria Falls, which is the lounge I was talking about, with a bar and a great place to sit that's kind of on its own little floor. And again, it's dark but inviting. Here's another overview of Boma, which is just below that bar area we looked at. There you can look down to the fountain, which is on that lower level with Boma, and I love the lighting, how it kind of shimmers with the water. It's really beautiful. And here's a waterfall at the bottom of the stairs that leads down into that fountain we just looked at. And right at the bottom of the stairs there are restrooms, and they're kind of hard to find if you're in the main lobby, so you need to use the restroom when you come into the Animal Kingdom Lodge. You go all the way down the stairs by Boma and you'll find a restroom. It's a helpful tip. There's the Animal Kingdom Lodge floor mat. Love all the colors on these columns, they're so neat. And of course, the column is surrounded by this waterway with all the shimmering white that we looked at from above. It's such a relaxing and peaceful place to be. And here's what Boma looks like from the bottom floor. You can see there are several windows in the back and a lot of great decorations on the ceiling. There's the check-in area for Boma. And here again is the check-in desk for Boma, and it shows you the prices here for breakfast and for dinner. And there's a look at the buffet. It's very large and there's a lot of different variety. You get a lot of choices. This describes Boma a little bit here. And here's some of the menu offerings. Now here's a wine list that's got several different options on it. And now we'll take a look at Chico, the cooking place, which is the more formal of the new restaurants at Animal Kingdom's Jambo House. You can see some of the menu items. There are a lot of different choices on the menu. And I haven't actually eaten here at Chico before, but I'd like to try it. It looks amazing. The restaurant's not open yet, but we can take a look inside from just outside in the hallway here. And now we're just outside the resort, right by the exit door by Chico. And I love these water features right outside the building here. They're amazing. They've got some waterfalls and rocks, and just really make it very pleasant. And here's the pool area at the Jambo House. It's a very large pool. It's closed now due to rain, so I'm not going to be able to get a better view of it right now, but you can still see it from the outside. Now we're going to head down towards the food court. And the food court is called the Mara. And here are some of the menu options at the Mara. I do think it's nice that Disney has food courts even at the deluxe resorts like this one, because you don't always want a heavy sit-down meal, so it's nice that they have these options for families and anybody who just wants a quick bite to eat. Here's the eating area at the Mara. I love the tree paintings on the walls and even some of the tree elements on the ceilings and things like that. Just makes it a fun place to eat. Here's the place where you order your food. Lots of different options. They even have several wines, breakfast cereals, snacks, all kinds of stuff. And here's the yummy bakery section. And again, the ceiling is neat. It looks kind of like the underside of a tree. There's a dessert and drink cooler area here. And now we're back inside the resort, and I wanted to show you a water feature that was right next to that Victoria Falls bar area. And here's this African artwork again that we showed you earlier, looking out to the main window at the back of the main lobby. And it's a cloudy day, but it still offers a very beautiful view of the savannah where the animals are outside, as well as a lot of the foliage outside of the main lobby here. And there's a double staircase that leads you down to the exit, and you can look back up at the ceiling and the suspension bridge. And here's a nice fire pit area with some rocking chairs. It looks like a great place to make some s'mores. There's even a lounge area underneath that roof there below that particular what looks kind of like a rounded turret. And here's some signs explaining some naturalistic things that Animal Kingdom Lodge feels is important. Talks about some of the species of animals and plants in Africa. And this is the back side of the resort. And these are the rooms that look out onto the savannah. And one thing you'll notice if you're observant is that there are no rooms on the first floor. And that's by design because there are animals in this area and they don't want people interacting that closely with the animals, and they don't want the animals to be able to get up into people's belongings. So that's just a safety and security type of a thing. But the savannah is really well landscaped, and even though it's overcast today, you can really see that it's a beautiful area with lots of walkways and different viewing areas all over the place. And I love the rock formations here, just adds to the really beautiful and imaginative space here. Plus the dense foliage back there is great. And this is the other side of the resort from the back. By the way, the resort itself, the main building, the Jumbo House, is shaped like a horseshoe, and that gives the maximum amount of rooms that can see the Savannah, and that way more people can enjoy a Savannah view. And unfortunately, there aren't many animals in view today because it did just storm, so the animals may have been taken into shelter or may have sheltered themselves. But we will see here in just a minute some giraffes. Again, these rock formations are really cool. And I think these small animals here are called the Patterson's eland, but I'm not exactly sure, so leave me a comment below and let me know what they really are because I can't exactly remember. I know they're on the safari though because I remember seeing them. Here's some, again, signs about conservation and things that are important to the animal population in Africa. Here's another view of the resort rooms, again, that wrap around like a horseshoe. And you can see there are roadways, and I do believe they offer some safari experiences here at the resort. There's giraffes way back in the back behind the trees. He's squatting down to eat. Well, that's all for today from Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Again, we will do an update with the Kidani Village for the Vacation Club. But for now, we hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you leave a comment and let us know what you think. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye. Now that you've finished watching this video, be sure that you're subscribed so that you can get all of the latest updates. Also, check out some other great videos on our channel. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.